I don't believe in that. Very much like I don't believe in depression. I don't believe depression is a real thing. You can tell your mind whatever you want it to. So if Midsummer Blues is what you want to come out of your mouth, that's what your mind will start to think. And so just like with anything else in life, if we believe it and we focus on that and we set our goals for that, and we do all those other things. I'm going to read you 5 little tips really quick, okay? And go over these things. There you go.
You got set up, Cooper.
Yeah, it's like no, here's why you're wrong.
I love you, Coop.
These are yeah. How's your mental health? We don't care. So these are 5. These are the most common tips given when interviewing 100 millionaires. These are the 5 tips given out by them. Okay. Successful people believe in themselves. Okay. So that's why I say you cannot have 2 thoughts at the same time. So it is either midtime blues, my tummy hurts, or holy fuck, I gotta go get my goal. Those are the 2 things, right, that are fighting right now. You can only be thinking about one at a time. Okay. So it says successful people believe in themselves. If you're going to be successful in creating the life of your dreams, you have to believe that you're capable of making it happen. So they just don't coincide. That's why I say that, Cooper.
I did say slog, not blues. Just
at the beginning it says blues.
I did. I
have a great memory when it comes to proving people wrong. Okay, there's 4 more things. Ready?
Look at Coop. Look at
This is huge. They set goals. Okay? Now I understand that sometimes this can be monotonous. We come in here like, oh, let's set goals. If you don't start to love goals and setting goals and making plan of action for those goals, then you will not have part of success. You will not take part in success. You have to love that painstaking process of like, what do we do? Why are we doing it? And when is it going to happen? Has to take place if you want any part of success to be in your life, okay? They go the extra mile. So what does go the extra mile look like in our job?
one more.
Knock later. Knock harder.
Yeah. I know it's always funny. I'll have 2 or 3 rookies give me a call at like 8:40 last night, literally 8:44. I got a call, and it's still like light out. I'm still working outside. Like I'm like, why is he calling me about this right now? And he's like, hey, I just wanted to, like, what do you say? Blah blah blah. I can tell this rep is done. Like he's checked out. He's just calling me for advice. That's typically when people do it. Okay. And I'm like, hey, can you do me a favor? And I stop him. I'm like, hey, write this down that you're asking me right now. Write this down. And then I need you to go knock 20 more doors. Go knock 20 more doors, I'll buy you dinner. You get 20 doors. And if you give me 3 recordings of like full pitches, I'll give you $50.
Ooh.
Okay? Went and sold.
Wow.
Okay?
Really?
I hope that I make that
Who was
better
it?
today and make it happen. You know what I mean? It wasn't in this office, it's in the PC. So that's what going the extra mile means. Okay? Now, did I really expect him? It's 8:44. Did I expect him to knock 20 doors?
Not at all.
No, I expected him to try to knock 20 more doors, right? And I know what's going to happen if you actually have that intentfulness of going the extra mile. Like, I'm going to do it. Coming back here. The reason you guys are top office is because you have a manager who is expecting you to train till 1:30 in the morning, right? That's the expectation. It's like you train. And those guys that are not in those trainings, they're not in there in the morning, they're not in there in the evening time, they're not taking advantage of those trainings, those are the guys at the bottom of the board. Like, period. You know what I mean? Other than Zach, you just got here. No, that's not a dig at you. Okay? The next one is take massive action. Right? Who's that from? What's that saying from?
That's David God, or it's either
Grant Cardone.
Oh, it's Grant Cardone.
Take
I was gonna say
massive
that
action.
10 times.
Yeah, 10x. Okay. Everyone makes fun of Grant Cardone for that, but that is why he is a billionaire with a capital B.
He's a douche, but he's
Okay. He is literally taking massive action over the last 20 years, creating the wealth that he has and the programs that he has. Our job is no different. Okay. And then This is the 5th and final, and I thought the most appropriate thing, I think it should be number 1, and that is when they interviewed these 100 millionaires, is they had appreciation.
Ooh.
They took time to appreciate. Everyone knows Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
last
He
name.
just, huh?
That's my last name. Wahlberg. I'll be the next one.
Oh. Hassy?
Yeah.
Got the Hassy burger?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing you'll be doing is flipping burgers.
Set yourself up for that
Yeah, dude. I'll visit you at Mickey D's.
Somebody's gonna flip the
No, so it's kind of cool. After reading that article, and then Mark Wahlberg was interviewed. He has a franchise that you can buy into for a gym called Fit One. And anyway, they did the interview on that company. But one of the things they were asking him personally in his life is, how has he been so successful and how does he maintain that? And one of the things that he's been doing for years now is he has a thankful journal. And he writes down at the end of the night everything. He's like, I'll write down like when the cash register gives me the correct change. He's like, I'm thankful for that. When they don't mess up my order at the restaurant that I go to, I'm very thankful for that. When I see the trash man, taking out my freaking trash, I'm very thankful for that because I don't have to do that. He writes down all these things that he's thankful for. And I know that like I've seen in my life, even with my marriage, when you're married, it's very easy. You guys are roommates with each other, right? It's very easy to nitpick each other, isn't it? Like, mother, pick up your fashion socks, you sicko. Like, you don't do the freaking dishes. You know, man. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Now I want you to close your eyes. Okay. This is gonna be weird. I want you to imagine waking up and walking out of your living room and everything's straightened up. There's no trash against the walls. The dishes are done. The dishes are done. Wow. The refrigerator's wiped out. Like it's not just trash with a bunch of Taco Bell extra bags in there. No candy boxes. And then this. And then you like go out there and you're like, man, that was trippy. And you like walk back in your room and your shoes are all set underneath your bed, lined up together. Right? And there's nothing else but clothes all set up nice and nice. Like imagine that. Okay? Now imagine you can do it.
That's all we can do.
Imagine that your roommate did that for you.
Imagine.
Whoa.
Imagine.
You'd probably die. You'd probably just kill over. Okay? Every time, I kid you not, guys, listen. Every time I get to the point where I'm like, man, dude, like, I don't know, like I can feel my wife and I are just like, we're just not jiving, right? The cogs on the gear are just they're not rotating good. I literally stop and go, you know what? I haven't done a single thing for her. I'm a bitch. And I go and do the freaking dishes. And I go sweep off the front porch. And I go put away all the clothes. And I go do this. And just these things that take literally 5 minutes. That take 5 minutes. And then you know what happens at the end of the night? My mom will be like, I wasn't going to say that thing. But I get some. No, I don't always get some.
Get that on recording.
That's why I wasn't going to say it.
Don't post that.
Don't post that.
What do you mean?
No, but genuinely, guys, I'm telling you right now, the effect that service and appreciation has on my wife and then my relationship and my family, and then I know my kids watch me. Kids listen to everything. They see everything. And they see me do that. So now guess what? My twin daughters, every time, if they don't, I make my bed every morning. But my daughters now have tried to race to make our bed for us. Because they've seen it. I've never asked them to, I've never expected them to, but they've seen us do it so much that now they try and race while like we're in the bathroom getting ready, they'll make our bed. They love making it really quick and then getting out of the room before we see them. They like try and wake up before we do and make sure that that's done. So that effect has lasting impact, not just on you, but the people around you guys, okay? So that's like my inspirational thing. My training really quick, we got like 5 minutes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just want to take 5 minutes on a quick sales training. Very much like we talked about in the earlier meeting, what it is, why it is, and then when. When we sell, if our customers understand those 3 things, then they'll buy our product, they'll sign the line, and they won't care about the price. Truthfully. Yesterday, who sold? Raise your hand. Who had a customer that was like pretty shocked that it was that cheap?
100%.
Right? Isn't that amazing? Because we can also have the customer that is what? Oh, holy crap, that's
It's
so
too high.
expensive. Yeah. What's the difference between, did the price change?
No.
So what's the difference in those two customers?
You.
I didn't do my job right.
Your delivery.
Value.
We're building value.
Yeah. What, why, and when. So what it is we do, why it is they're gonna do it, and when it's gonna happen, and the urgency to do it now. If our customers understand those three things logically, they'll make the same decision that you guys made to come out here. Okay? You guys made a really, really tough decision. We're just asking them to protect their family. That's not a tough decision. At least it shouldn't be if understood correctly. You guys made a really tough decision being out here. Leaving your families, not going to the lake, not going wakeboarding, not hunting alligators, not doing whatever the heck it is you guys do back home in the summertime, days off. You guys made a really tough call coming out here, okay? But you did it because you understood what it was you were doing, you understood why you were gonna do it, and then it also had a duration, right? You knew, hey, I can go buck up for freaking 3 to 5 months, however long you guys are here. I know I can do that. I'm gonna go prove to myself. When I asked that question yesterday in OKC, Peyton Myers, he said honestly, one of the main reasons I'm here is I wanted to prove to myself that I could go do something 6 days a week, like without fail, and never take off, and never, you know. And he's doing it, and he's doing very well. And so whatever that reason is, make sure that that's always there. So we talk about our whys. But I want to talk about why the why matters in your sale. If your concrete why is so firm and embedded in you, it's going to make you ask that question again. It's going to ensure that you get 3 no's, right? That's the rule of thumb. You better not be walking out of the house until they've told you no 3 times. And I don't mean like no, 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 frighteningly. Okay? If they're doing that, you need to leave. I'm talking about, hey, yeah, no, I just can't afford it. Okay, that's your first no, right? I can't afford it. That's a smoke screen. Okay? No, really, like we are broke. I just lost my job. My husband's on Social Security. Like we didn't even pay our rent this month. Okay, that's the second no. Okay, and then okay, hey, if we covered 3 months of your monitoring, if we did this, call Mike, call me. Hey, can we figure out anything? If you throw these Hail Marys, if you throw 100 more Hail Marys and only 25% of them are successful, you'll have 25 extra deals this summer. So 100 Hail Marys, you all need to throw 100 more Hail Marys this summer. Only 20, we're asking for a quarter of the success. And you'll have 25 extra deals this summer on top of your laydowns and the deals that you create just by what, why, and when. So be sure. I've even been so unconfident in my ability to sell that I asked the customer, now listen, I'm not crazy good at this, but do you understand what we're doing?
Yes.
Do you understand why you're gonna do it?
Yes.
And you understand that it's gonna happen today so that tonight you can look at your cameras on your phone and you don't have to wonder what that noise was in the backyard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your email?
You don't like that.
Like I've been so unconfident that like, did I actually do that before? Like, did that make sense? But I promise you, if you will just plainly ask them the questions to ensure, like before you walk out of that door, like I have done my job 100%. So you understand that as an advertising home, we can cover all the upfront costs if we don't want to do the finance deal, right? We can just do the normal deal. We'll waive the activation, everything. Tonight you're looking at your cameras. You understand that? And then all the benefits you understand, right? You know your kids are coming home, your your house isn't just gonna be burnt completely down, right? If you had a fire, the fire department's gonna show up, your dogs aren't gonna be burned alive, you understand that? You also understand there's like a 10 to 15% discount on your homeowner's insurance, okay? And then you understand it's gonna happen today. So you don't have to take off next week at all for work. Like tonight, since you're already home in your pajamas watching Netflix, these guys are gonna install the cameras, we're gonna do that today. Like I've closed hundreds of people just being very blunt. And like, it's not so much that I want to be harsh or anything, I want to make sure that they understand those 3 things. Because Brad taught me years ago, if they understand what, why, and when, they'll sign your papers. And you guys can analyze your sales, that's not me. Analyze your sales. The people you sell understand what, why, and when. If they don't understand those things, you're just trying to just beat a brick, and it ain't gonna happen, okay? Let's go sell a bunch of alarms.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I like it. You got
Look at Ramon popping off.
Oh, Bert.
Two spot.
Mike.
Dear God, I just want to thank you for this day. I just want to pray that we all get out there, have a good day, make some money, and that we're all safe. Amen.
Amen.
I'll be getting my